Hi there everybody and welcome back. This is Orange Hedgehog 2012 and today in this video I'm going to be cleaning and restoring the Sonic Adventure 2 Soap Shoe Sonic Plush. So without further ado guys, let's see how this goes, shall we? Roll the credits. So before we actually get into the actual washing of the plush, we need to defuzz this guy here. Now you can go into your local pound shop or Dollar Tree perhaps, or any sort of cheap store that you have in your country, and you can buy yourself a lint roller. Now I bought two variants. I bought a mini one which came in this plastic tube, and it's a little mini one like so. I personally don't recommend. I mean, they're handy, but they're, as you can see, they're an absolute pain to sort of like rip off. So I would recommend, to get to sort of a much larger area, is to use these ones. Now this one I had left over, so it's a much thicker roll. But the ones you get in the pound shop, you probably get like a pack of 3. Probably half of that amount, but these are really handy for plush toys. So if you buy a plush and it's got a lot of pet hair on, these are fantastic for getting all that stubborn sort of like hair and dust and all the lovely goodness that you can get with second-hand plushies. So in this video I'm going to be doing that, and then in the second part we're going to be actually washing this plush and getting them all nice and sparkly clean. So, without further ado, let's do this, shall we? So my choice of detergent, washing, I'm not going to be using Vanish, purely for the fact because obviously Sonic has vinyl on the soles of his shoes and I really don't want to yeah, damaged that possibly. So I'm going to be using non-biological washing powder, laundry gel, and I've also got some Warm Amber Luxurious Fabric Conditioner. So I'm going to be using that to make our guys smell nice, and plus as well it's so much easier because I'm next to the bath, so it's easy for me to sort of rinse him off once obviously he's been cleaned. So yeah guys, let's get started. I've never used this fabric washing stuff before. I always use like pods and whatnot. I got non-bio because it's obviously much gentler. Much gentler stuff. I don't know how, blimey, I don't even know how much to put in. Oh, the cap here actually shows you how much to put in. Whoops a daisy. So I'm just going to literally shove a load in. About that much to do it. Probably put in too much, but never mind. So give that a swoosh about. It's actually ended up at the bottom of the tub. Right. Also as well, the angle, I've got it on the side, so yeah, it's a little bit awkward, but I really wanted to do this. So I'm just literally scraping the bottom. It smells nice. The water's not as warm as I would have liked it. Beggars can't be choosers though. So, okay, how are we going to do this? I really don't know. I'm just literally doing this on a whim. So, here's our boy. I'll show you a clip right now. This is what I took back in September of last year to give you a bit of an idea of the actual condition of our boy. But as you can see, the actual whites to his gloves and his shoes, overall he's like very dirty. Right, so let's go. No looking back now. Here we go, Sonic, are you ready? He's slowly sinking. As you can see on camera, it's coming up a lot lighter, I think. But obviously to look at him, he's a lot sort of like brighter. As you can see, the vinyl on his shoes seems to be okay. And you can see the whites on his gloves are looking a lot better. And flip him over. The back of his shoes. He's actually looking really nice and clean. The actual whites around his eyes, to look at him on camera, it looks really bright and white. They're not as bright. They probably would have done if I used Vanish, but as I mentioned before, I don't want to ruin the vinyl on his shoes, so I'm just using like a sensitive sort of like fabric, like washing powder gel. It's so weird seeing him underwater. I beg your pardon, something. Just give his gloves a bit of a rub down. Oh. Okay, so I think he's had long enough in there. So I'm going to take him out and then rinse him in the bath. Now plushies like this, you've got to be very careful because obviously the water, the amount of water he's absorbed. Noticed is it hasn't really worked on the dirt, especially for his gloves. His left one is still quite dirty, and that's where Vanish would have come in handy. So what I might do is actually put some Vanish on his gloves. I'm not entirely sure. As you can see, the actual washing powder didn't really work. There's still the whites aren't as bright as I would like them to be. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and use some Vanish. But this time, obviously, make sure his feet aren't touching. Okay, so I've got a washing up bowl of some Vanish. What I'm going to try and do is sort of like submerge his body, minus the shoes. See if that makes any difference. This is going to be really awkward. What I need is don't you dare. I'm going to have to hold. This is such an awkward video, oh my god. but I really wanted to do it, so it's my own fault really. Alright, that should be enough. So this is the actual finished result. I must say the actual skin tone has come up a lot brighter. I thought originally the white sections around his eyes would come up a lot whiter. On camera they are, because I've got the light on, but they're pretty much still the same. I think there is a slight difference in terms of colour. But overall, it was a bit of a nightmare, I must be honest. It's something that I wouldn't do in a hurry. But it was an interesting experience though. Yeah, it was a lot. It was so awkward, to be honest. But I managed to do it in the end, which I'm really glad about. What I ended up doing, as you probably saw in the video, the previous clip, is I ended up using Vanish on obviously his head, body. Obviously apart from his shoes, I didn't really want to sort of damage that part. I mean, it's already, to be honest, it's already damaged enough as it is, but I didn't want to take the actual vinyl off and risk sort of damaging it even more. I'm really pleased with the actual white sections to his gloves. Using that Vanish definitely helped. As you can see, there are still some areas where there is sort of staining, but overall his gloves have come up a lot more whiter, which I'm really pleased about. Especially, I think it was on his right glove, it might have been on that one, where it was quite stained. And especially I remember on his shoes at the front, it was quite stained. Those come up quite well actually as well. Obviously on my phone, it's coming up, the colours are coming up a lot sort of darker. They are a little bit sort of lighter, possibly faded, I don't know, because obviously this is a used plush. But the vinyl, as you can see, it's not shiny, it's sort of like tainted and stuff. There are areas where it is sort of like damaged and whatnot. But I didn't end up using any fabric conditioner because obviously it was just too much of a hassle. So I just ended up spraying him, sort of disinfecting him, and then sort of putting some Febreze on him so he smells nice. But the actual stuffing didn't shrink at all. So it's quite packly, sort of quite, you know, packed in there. But obviously because this is a used plush, the actual plush fabric is not going to be as soft. But it's nice to know that he's nice and clean now. Show the back of him. Let me know in the comments down below if you think actually giving him a bath did help, and what your thoughts. I must admit, I was a bit sort of like, I was a little bit apprehensive, but at the same time I was sort of quite excited to see what the results could be. You don't know until you try, and this is a plush that I didn't pay a massive amount for, to be honest. So, and one thing I did notice actually, the eyes. Now, I don't know, I didn't particularly do anything to the plush, but I noticed there was a bit of damage there and a little bit there. Or was that just a little scuff mark? Yeah, which I thought was really weird. I don't know if maybe the previous owner had put sort of like marker pen on them. I don't know, to be honest. But hey ho, you can't really sort of like see it anyway, to be honest. But that's it, guys. That's been my sort of cleaning and restoration on my Sonic Adventure 2 Soap Shoe Sonic plush. Let me know in the comments what you think. How did you think I did? If there's anything that I could improve on, let me know. I will be doing Shadow in the future, but to be honest, I probably won't be doing him until next year. But if that does change, then obviously I'll let you guys know. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this quite awkward cleaning restoration video there. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching, guys. See you, bye, Sonic.